Hi, I'm Froggy.
And I'm Phenix Animator, and welcome back to Learning Botania A to Z. We have some stuff to make, things to do.
Yes, we do. For instance, in the H category, we have Hopperhock.
Hopperhock.
And in the R category, we have the Rannuncarpus.
Rannuncarpus.
And I'd like to go ahead and make that. We also have a Mana Star that I made over there.
That's cool.
I'd like to show it as well.
Okay.
So I grabbed the Rod of the Seas there and filled up my apothecary here. So I'm going to make a Hopperhock.
Sounds good.
So Hopperhock, Q button, puts the two gray petals.
Okay.
2 light gray petals.
Okay.
A rune of air. A redstone root.
Okay.
And that will get you a Hopperhock. So throw in the seed, and there we go. We have a Hopperhock. So now if we fill that back up, we also want to make a Rannuncarpus.
Okay.
So let's pull these things down, and we will make that. And that takes 2 orange petals, 1 yellow petal, 1 rune of earth, 1 redstone root.
Oh, look at that.
And we'll put seeds in there, and now we have the Rannuncarpus. Now, what do these guys do? These guys are fabulous, because if you throw something down, the Rannuncarpus is going to say, "Oh, did you want me to do something with that?" And the Hopperhock says if there's something thrown down that's not being used, it'll say, "Oh, let me pick that up for you." So I'm going to show some manual versions here. Underneath this dirt here, I have sand.
Okay.
The Rannuncarpus needs whatever you want it to place, then the block needs to be underneath that. So I use sand in this, for instance, just because it's, so easily seen.
Right.
So I'll put the Rannuncarpus here. So underneath that is sand. So now whatever the Rannuncarpus gets, it will place what it receives on sand. So in this case, let's give it a piece of stone. We'll throw it a piece of stone. And there you go. It plants it on sand. Now let's throw it. Did you throw it a piece of wood?
I did.
That's what I was about to say. Let's throw it a piece of wood. And, okay. Let me throw it a piece of stone. And there you go.
Cool.
And so you can have it. I'm doing the manual part here. You can set this in an automated fashion.
You can.
But it will only place on the sand. So it makes it really nice. And it takes about a minute for these things to actually turn. So there we go. We have all the way around. And check this out. Generally speaking, I put 1 back here. Okay, 1 piece of sand. Generally speaking, on the pure daisy, you pretty much go all the way around it, right?
Yes.
Well, this is 1 outside it. So that demonstrates with the Rannuncarpus that you can do more than just the 8 pieces that go around the pure daisy, which is generally what you do when you're doing a manual. Now, the Hopperhock. Hopperhock. Let's place the Hopperhock down. Okay. I'm going to just set it down right beside it here. Okay, no I won't, because I don't have a piece of dirt. I'll set it down right over here then. Let's find out what the distance for the Hopperhock is. I place it down here, and I pull this down, and pull this down, and I place this here, and I place this here, and I say, hey, in this I want living, because I place an item. I want living rock in here, right?
Okay.
And over here, I say, hey, can you do me a favor and put living wood in this one? So I have
Okay.
the living wood in this one. So with the item frames on here, that tells the Hopperhock what to place in there. Okay, so if I look in this chest, there is one piece of living rock. If I look in this chest, there's nothing in there. Okay, so if I harvest this and this wood, remember this is all manual here. See, I didn't pick any of this up.
Look at that! It's got good range.
There we go. Okay, now if we look inside each chest now, 5 pieces of living rock and 3 pieces of living wood. So that's the manual way to do things. Okay?
It's wonderful.
So it's very nice in the fact that you can actually use these 2 flowers in conjunction with each other and actually turn things into an automated system using a few other contraptions. And
Exactly.
I believe you have a little setup for us on that. But before we run over there, let's just show the reason why we did the Mana Star.
Sure.
The Mana Star will actually tell you if you're losing mana or if you're gaining mana. If the Mana Star is glowing blue, you're gaining. If the Mana Star is glowing red, you're losing. So let's just place this empty mana pool down. Oh, look there. It's
Oh no, we're losing.
It's saying red. It means I'm losing mana. Because what is it doing? It's saying I'm losing it from this pool here, this mana pool. All
Right.
Now let's take it up. Let's set it over here. Now what does it say?
It says you're gaining.
Exactly.
Blue.
See the little blue? It's coming above the flower.
Yep.
If little red spots are coming above the flower, you're losing mana. If little blue spots are coming above the flower, you're gaining mana. So it's a really nice, handy thing to put beside a mana pool. It'll only register the one that it's beside, so you'll know exactly if you're losing or gaining mana if there is a concern. Because sometimes, depending upon what you're doing, there is that question. And you might not be sure just by using the one on the floor for us saying, oh gee, let's see, what was that measurement? I can't quite tell what that measurement is. Sometimes that happens. So the Mana Star is a great thing to use. So can you show us your automated system?
Sure.
That I had the manual. Now, do you need to take the Rannuncarpus and the Hopperhock there?
Nope. They're
Okay.
good where they're at.
All right, fabulous.
So, before I show the whole setup thing, there's a couple of things that I've used to be able to automate it. One of the things that I used is in this first one here. This is taking your mana spreader and adding a piece of redstone and turning it into a pulse mana spreader. And what that allows you to do is that allows it to, anytime it receives a redstone signal, it will shoot a mana pulse.
Very nice.
Another thing that I have here is the mana detector, and every time it receives a mana pulse, it will send out a mana or a redstone signal.
Oh, fabulous.
And the other item that I have is the mana lens ore, and this is the item that you stick onto your mana spreader, and that allows it to mine for you.
Ooh.
It will mine blocks. It does not mine flowers, thankfully.
Wait a minute. A mana spreader will
Yes.
mine blocks.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can actually come on over to my setup now, and I can show you what I mean by that.
Okay, sounds good. Sneak by there.
And here they are.
Oh, look at this.
So the way I have this set up is I've got my mana detectors here. I've got the mana pulse spreaders with the 4 lenses on them. And then I have my mana pools, which these are creative ones. You would want to use a normal mana pool setup of like Endo Flames or however you're getting your mana, and you want to provide it to here. And I have the same setup, but 2 of them on this side. This way it covers all 3 rows of the stuff.
Okay.
And now I've also got, here in the middle, I've got my little Hopperhock
Okay.
sitting next to a drawer You can use the chest setup like you did if you want.
Right.
But the drawers hold more, so I've got them going. And then I'm going to get off this because it's going to end up changing in a moment. I've also got the living wood there, and then I have the stone and the wood that is provided. And we'll watch this trigger. And there we go. Then the Hopperhock picks up all of my stuff. And the Rannunscarpus, which is behind the whole setup, puts all of the new wood and stone down.
Oh, there's the Rannuncarpus. Oh, okay.
So this can be completely automated by just simply supplying unlimited stone and wood to your 2 drawers there. Or you can do it semi-automated in the fact that you can place the stone and wood into their drawers by themselves.
Oh, fabulous.
And then I also, down here, ow, I have a timer, and this, you can use redstone repeaters. I've done that before. It's not fun. You need like a bajillion of them.
Oh, good grief, you do, yes.
So I just decided to go with the RF Tools timer for this. But if you don't have this particular thing, you can use redstone repeaters and just have the redstone trigger itself. Be able to and that prevents the mana spreaders from triggering before the stuff gets to change.
Right, because you would end up having the pickup before or the placement not in the right timing, and so with that clock you have your timing, your placement all set up.
Yep.
And you have it set to what, like a little over a minute interval. It takes approximately
probably about a minute and a half, I think, is what I have it set at, because it's placing them in a slow fashion here. I wanted to make sure that it had plenty of time to cover all of them.
Because it takes about 1 real minute for the pure daisy to turn stone into living rock, or the wood into living wood.
Exactly, and you don't want it to trigger before the stone specifically has changed, because if stone is mined, it turns to cobblestone, and then it messes up the whole system.
And because you'll have your Hopperhock picking up stone, and that's not the point here. The point is that your Hopperhock needs to be picking up living rock.
Yes.
Not stone. So the timer helps it keep that interval going, so that the Hopperhock will pick up it at the correct interval.
Exactly.
So there you go. We have the Hopperhock and the Rannuncarpus. Not to mention the Mana Star, letting you know if you're losing mana or if you're gaining mana. And these setups here, like Phenix mentioned, we just placed down a creative one for just to show this demonstration. But like we have over here, you can set up like an endo flame setup, and you can place the Mana Star beside it, beside your mana pool, and you'll be able to tell if your endo flames are adding to or if you're losing. So if you might need to tweak it, because you might only have 1 endo flame going, and
exactly.
So this way it can kind of tell you how many endo flames, because you might not need 4. Oh no. So this can kind of tell you how much generation you need. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Froggy Lumpy.
And I'm Phenix Animator.
I'm a Froggy Lumpy.
And I'm a Phenix Animator.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, actually, I'm the Froggy Lumpy. I'm the only one. I'm the one and only.
See you all later.
Bye.